Welcome to the Better Off Bonus Call of the Week. We're sponsored by Betterment, the largest independent online financial advisor. You've got two chances to get on the air with us to talk about whatever's going on in your financial life. On Tuesdays, we do this bonus call. And then after the longer show on most Thursdays, we have the listener question of the week. All you need to do is give us a shout. Ask Jill at betteroffpodcast.com. Ask Jill at betteroffpodcast.com. All right, now let's go talk to Ryan. He is in Kentucky. Hi, Ryan. Welcome to the show. What can we do for you?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
So I have a little bit of an unfortunate situation, but I think it's a potentially good opportunity for me. My grandmother passed away recently, and she left behind her home to my mom and my uncle, and they're looking to sell the house once they settle the estate.
Okay.
And I'm just wondering if it's a good opportunity to buy the house.
That's interesting. Tell me a little bit about yourself, like what's going on in your life to see whether or not you can afford to do this.
So my current income is anywhere between $125,000 to $150,000. I'm a freelance cinematographer, so I do TV and film and commercials and stuff like that. I have about $55,000 in a SEP IRA, $10,000 in a Roth, $3.5K in a HSA account. I have about $12,000 saved up for an emergency fund.
Mm-hmm.
I have about $10,000 in cash savings and around $40,000 in like fairly liquid film equipment assets.
But you need those? In other words, you need that to do your job, I presume.
Well, turnover on film equipment is kind of high, kind of like a laptop. You know, a camera is very expensive when it first comes out and kind of depreciates rather fast.
Got it. Okay. And right now, how's your cash flow? I mean, you've done a good job of saving. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay. And so you're saving a lot. No debt outstanding?
No debt.
Yay. And
I just paid off my school debt this past year.
Oh, my God. How did that feel?
I called my parents.
I bet. That's great. Good for you. Congratulations. So,
yes.
But you live in L.A.
No, right. My situation's complicated. I did live in New York, and there's a little bit of a hiccup to this plan that you're probably not going to like. My cash flow right now is nil because
That's a little bit less than I would like.
I'm training to hike the Pacific Crest Trail this year, which is something I've dreamed of doing for years, and it just seemed like right now is the time to do it. I have some money saved up, and it takes about 5 months to do, and I'm starting at the end of March. So
you notice the silence here? I'm just taking it all in. Okay. Is that what Cheryl Strayed wrote about hiking the Pacific Coast Trail?
It is.
Uh-huh. It looked very painful, but okay. That may have been her. Maybe you're in better shape. Let's just hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's going to hurt no matter how good a shape you're in.
Oh, my God. How many miles is that?
It's 2,600.
So 2,600 miles. While you're doing this, you are what? Not paying rent? Paying rent? What did you like? Did you check your life for a while?
The reason it seems like a good opportunity, well, I just unfortunately ended a long-term relationship and moved out of the apartment that we shared. And while I'm trying to figure out whether I go to New York or L.A., I have moved my stuff temporarily back in with my mother in Kentucky. So I don't have any expenses other than health insurance and...
And when did this start? Is this for 20? This was just like when you moved out and finished up whatever your last project was. For 2018, will you have any income at all? I mean, you'll come back and let's say... what did you say? You're going to start doing this in March. So how much income do you think you'll have this year?
Well, this field is feast or famine a lot of times. And, a positive thing about it is you can generate a lot of income in a short period of time. So the last part of 2017, I worked on a job for about 4.5 months and made about $110,000 in that amount of time.
Got it.
It's fairly easy to make up, but there's no guarantees. So, let's just say $80,000.
Okay, fair enough.
My income for 2018.
Okay, got it. And since, as you said, you don't have any bills and, basically all you're going to be doing is paying for Band-Aids and cushion control for your food and I don't know what else. Booze or no booze? I don't think you're supposed to drink while you're doing this, eh? Or do you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not good.
I think I'll be saving quite a bit of money. I think the average person spends about $4,000 to $6,000 on the trail.
Mm-hmm. And so to just do that, like you're just going to use the money that you have in your cash account just to float that?
Yeah.
Okay. So why do we have to buy this house? Is this posterity?
No, I just see it as a way, one, to keep the money in the family.
Right.
Because I'll be paying my mom, and she needs to do renovations on her house that she lives in.
Yeah.
So she's going to use some of that money to do that. Another thing I didn't tell you is that my brother and his 3 friends are currently renting the house, and that rental income is going to my mom and uncle, and that's about $1,200 a month.
But they don't want to keep this house, right? I mean, essentially...
No, they want to sell it.
They want to sell it. I'm going to just stop us right here for a second. Let's have a breather. I don't think it's a great idea to buy this house. And I think it's not a great idea because it does not solve for a lot of problems. The house, you said, would cost, let's just say they sold it at the market price. What price would that be? About how much?
Somewhere between 150 and 170.
All right. And it's you, your mom, and is there an uncle? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mom and uncle, and I'm talking to them about doing a contract for deed.
But wouldn't it just be cleaner for them to each get $80,000 and call it a day?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, for them. For your brother, like, whatever, like he's to go get an apartment somewhere. He's young.
Yeah.
He can do that.
Yeah.
He has a job, I presume. This is what I think. If I were your mom's advisor and mom was calling me and saying, my son wants to buy this house. But I really do need the cash and this, that, and the other thing. What I would say is sell the house. It is a much better, it's just a much smarter, easier transaction. Divvy up the money. I think there's no strings attached to it. There's no promises of this, that, and the other thing. It accomplishes her a need for some liquidity. And for you, I don't see why you buy a house in Kentucky anyway. I mean, again, except for posterity, and you might need the money that was going towards this house because maybe you want to buy a place wherever you end up settling next. So I think that it's probably better all around to sell the house, let mom and uncle get the money. Your brother, what does he do for a living?
Well, he works in construction.
He'll figure it out. These guys always find a place to live. They know everybody's got a house, a rental, or this or that. No, this is what I'd like you to do. I want you to be very careful hiking. I'm going to be your Jewish mother for a second. And document it, obviously, because you know how to do that. And send us pictures along the way. And then as soon as you get back, kick some ass and get some money flowing and keep putting money into that SEP account and keep saving up. And then call us back when you want to buy a place of your own in the city wherever you end up residing. How's that?
That sounds good.
All right. You're very sweet, though. I think it's a nice thought. I think you're better off this way.
Yeah, I just kind of thought of it as a way to accumulate some assets that with the rental income that it would kind of pay for itself.
Yeah, I get you. I think you got a better game plan. You got a lot on your plate right now. No bears, please. True. Also, rattlesnakes or whatever else. I don't even know what's out there. Now you see that I'm a complete idiot. So I'm the kind of person
who there are bears and rattlesnakes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Coyotes.
I'm the kind of person who likes to hike and then go back to the resort and take a shower. Thank you so much for calling. Really, have a great time out there. Bye-bye. Okay, that's a wrap of our Better Off bonus question of the week. If you've got a question, it's simple. Send us an email at askjill@betteroffpodcast.com. We'll arrange to get you on. And don't forget, in just a couple of days, there's a brand new episode of the Better Off Podcast sponsored by Betterment. Talk to you then.